bill trucking groups warn will wipe out owner-operators is expected to pass House next week. Next on TruckerB News. Alright guys, so this article comes from the great people over there at Transportation Nation. It's a little bit far behind, but hey, some of you guys may have heard about it, some of you guys may have not, but I'm going to bring you what I found. Alright, so news out of Washington, D.C. It says legislation groups, trucking groups warn that will destroy the independent contractor model is expected to get one step closer in becoming a law next week. The U.S. House of Representatives is expected to consider and debate the Protecting the Right to Organize PRO Act of 2021 next week, according to Majority Leader Hoyer, which is a Democrat from Maryland. The PRO Act was reintroduced last month after the House Democratic majority passed the same bill in February of 2020 before it eventually stalled in the Republican-controlled Senate. Now that Democrats control the House and the Senate, the White House and trucking groups see the new effort to having a real chance at dismantling the industry. This is the threat to the trucking industry that threatens the way the industry has been developed for the last 100 years. David Heller, Vice President of Government Affairs for the Truckload Carriers Association, TCA, told Transportation Nation. This week. This is one of the full industries that can get behind the proposal. I don't think that there is a trucking organization out there that will be in support of this. That's what he's saying. Now, is it a death warrant for small businesses? The PRO Act includes language similar to the California Controversial Assembly Bill 5, aka AB5, which was imposed to ABC test to determine the status of an independent contractor. At the issue, just as in AB5, is so-called B-prong, which is classified as a worker as an employee of the company unless the worker performs services outside the usual course of business of the employer. Trucking industry stakeholders say enforcement such a statute would be essentially eliminate the lease operator model across the nation, basically put us out of a job. Maybe, I don't know. In a letter sent to each member of Congress last month, the Small Business in Transportation Coalition, SBTC, said the PRO Act would be the death warrant for small businesses. This move would discriminate small businesses and eventually create inequalities, I guess, I don't know how to say it, in the trucking, contrary to the spirit of antitrust laws, would be offensive to American dream. The SBTC wrote, once this middle step of lease owner operators is eliminated, it will virtually impossible for a would-be startup trucking business owner to make a giant leap for a company driver to independent contractor or independent carrier due to the high insurance premiums. We all know the insurance premiums are getting ready to go through the roof. How is trucking fighting it? How are we fighting back? It says most majority of trucking groups have expressed their opposition to the bill, but defeating it is going to be a daunting challenge. Some individuals advocate to join with other industries opposing the legislation, such as freelance writers and artists, while other stakeholders and lobbyists are crave out specifically for trucking. This is a big board bill that affects all kinds of industry, and every industry is going to be fighting for their own. Executive Vice President of Owner-Operators Independent Drivers Association, OOIDA, told TNN this week, we will have a very interesting talk about the curve about trucking. So what's going to go on and how basically these conversations have to go on in the back room. Going forward, the SBTC is also on board with this approach. In fact, the letter specifically asked Congress to amend the bill to make trucking owner-operators exempt from this whole thing. That's what we want. We want to be exempt. Why are they eliminating this aspect of the industry? Advocates for the PRO Act argued It fell. Let's see if we can get it back. Maybe, maybe not. Why are they trying to eliminate the industry? Advocates for the pro argue that the independent contractors are often misclassified as subject to labor abuse. Both Heller and Plug, I'm probably saying the guy's wrong, sorry, acknowledge abuse of lease operators still occur within the industry today, but they assert that not all predatory or destroy the entire model. So, saying some of us do get abused, some of us don't, but they looking into it. Pugh said the lease model must maintain intact, but urged the carriers offering truck and equipment lease should be held to an account if they offer non-complementary exploitative lease terms. Now here's the big question, will the PRO Act become law? TNN has spoken to numerous trusted sources at Capitol Hill that indicated President Biden would likely sign the bill if it makes its way to his desk. That's not good, guys. That's not good. It will likely win passage in the White House, and real battle will be in the Senate. We want it to go to the Senate if it does, so they can hammer it out. Unless Democrats move to end the filibuster rule requiring 60 votes, it will end in pull in some Republicans as well. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. In such a narrowly divided chamber, 50-50, Democrats will still have the bit of work to do, but trucking groups are not taking anything for granted this time around. A unified front opposition to the PRO Act essentially says Congress that the trucking industry is speaking clearly on the issue, Heller commented. So basically guys, like, if you guys kind of could understand what I'm saying without my equipment falling down, there's a very good chance it could pass, but they're gonna fight like hell to make sure it does not pass, because we don't want to be out of a job, because I like my job, I like what I do, make some decent money. I don't know. Like, again, guys, this article comes to you guys from those great people over there at Transportation Nation. We'll find out more as the next week comes around to see if that's going to happen, or if our trucking people up there on Capitol Hill got our backs. They're going to go work hard. Remember to like, subscribe, share, hit the bell below so you know we'll come out with new videos and we'll come out with new trucking news. It's your boy TruckerB. I will see you guys on the blacktop. Safe trucking, y'all. Later.